Laura George, a known Indigenous rights activist and now member of the Alliance for Change, known as the AFC, is calling out the government for failing to honor several obligations to the nation's first people. On Friday at her party's press briefing, George alluded to the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which Ghana is a signatory. She lamented that the state is not fulfilling the stipulated obligations in the framework, as several schools in the hinterland lack reliable internet access.
So I will speak to the absence of internet in Indigenous communities, especially in the primary and the secondary schools.
Article 21 of the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples stated that Indigenous peoples have the right without discrimination to the improvement of their economic and social conditions, including in the areas of education, employment, vocational training, health, and social security.
And part 2 of that, Article 21 says that states, which is Guyana, shall take effective measures and, where appropriate, special measures to ensure continuing improvement of their economic and social conditions.
George added that Guyana is also a signatory to the Convention on Rights of the Child, which says that children must access information from the internet, radio, television, newspapers, and other sources.
We see that Guyana severely lags on the implementation of these rights outlined, especially as it relates to the right to the improvement of education and access to quality education in hinterland communities.
As there are approximately 242 indigenous villages and communities across Guyana, George questioned how many of these have reliable internet access.
We wonder, or we should question, how many primary schools in these 242 villages might be without internet access.
During her tenure as an executive member of the Amerindian Peoples Association, George challenged the government to publish present data on villages that have reliable internet access. Antonio Day reporting for the AGP Nightly News.